Yeah, I got it. Ah, fuck. Well, we can do one more thing. Let's talk. Oh, it said talk. Okay. I want to start building up. I need to do that now. We're not attacking anyone at the moment, so let's just save. Probably have to deal with the human village, obviously. But I'm not too worried. They're only one territory, right? So let's work together if possible. It's a bit worrying. Our orchestra is not a mercenary unit, you know. The Blossom Barrier. A barrier located far into the horizon that divided the netherworld from the world of the living. It had been broken since the spring incident and has stayed that way since. At the barrier, which made it unclear which side was which, the person who was unclear whether she was a ghost or human went to talk to the poltergeists who were definitely ghosts. The person speaking to Yomu was the eldest of the three sisters of the orchestra. She was Lunasa Prism River, the violinist of the group. Oh, I'd do that. Well, yes, but your mistress always treats us quite well though, so it shouldn't be a problem for me. That's good. You looked rather relieved, like you didn't need to do something extremely troublesome. No, not at all. I'm sure that I alone won't be enough for this anyway. You go through an awful lot, don't you? Anyway, I can't make a decision by myself, so you should ask my little sisters as well. Lunasa then took her violin and slowly began her song. To put it calmly, it was calming. To put it bluntly, it was a dark, depressing melody that resounded all over the area. Ah, this feeling of immense gloom is overcoming. Seriously, are you that affected by it? Ah, here she comes. The second sister and trumpeter, Marilyn Prism River, came flying right upon hearing the sounds of a violin. She flapped her hands rather dangerously while she was still holding her trumpet. Sister, you shouldn't. Your solo performances always does a real number on our listeners. Are you calling me dangerous? Your own solo trumpet performance does terrible things to people who listen to it too, you know? Right? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, never mind. My little sister is here, so give her an explanation as well. Ah, yes, understood. Whoa! That's a little worrying. We're an orchestra, not a bunch of bodyguards. That's the same thing she said. We are sisters after all. What did you decide to do, sister? I wanted to hear your opinion and Lyrica's too. I personally have no problem with it though. It's okay with me too then. It sounds great anyway, doesn't it? Everyone's gathering together, making so much noise and having so much fun. Thank you very much, although I think you might be slightly mistaken. We'll have to ask Lyrica too. She'll make a fuss if you leave her out. Yeah, let's call her over then. Lunasa readied her violin and Marilyn her trumpet, and they began their performance anew. At first they seemed perfectly harmonious, but the contrary dissonance of their sounds and personalities confused Yomu greatly. I want to rest a bit. Moving my body around is so fun. Please recruit some additional help, Lady Yuyuko. Wait, see what happens when you two perform alone? Don't do that. At some point, the younger sister and keyboardist, Lyrica Prism River, arrived next to the utterly messed up Yomu. About what I said. Please don't tell Lady Yuyuko about it. Maybe I should. Hey, stop that. You are going to cause trouble for us. You all are the cause of the trouble in the first place, sisters. Both solos and duos are dangerous. Anyway, why are you here? Alright, explanation time. Again? Okay, actually. That sounds great. It's like a festival, right? Her reaction was different. That's because Lyrica is strange. I don't want to hear that from you, sister. Anyway, what did you two decide to do? We both agreed. I see, that's great then. Yes, thank you very much. I will probably be proposing on you all in the future, but let's work well together. Yomu bowed deeply to the three sisters, then crossed over the barrier and back towards Hakyogoro. Okay, we'll have to practice more for our upcoming live performance. Yes, we must not give an embarrassing account of ourselves. Everyone, no matter human, yokai, or ghost, will be KO'd by our harmony. Huh, now let's begin our practice. At Luna's signal, the three sisters began to play the instruments. The beautiful melody and chords resounded around the blossom borders, with no one fortunate enough to be around to hear it. Oh, fuck. But we don't fight them yet. We need to start the war. The sun had fallen at the completely unpopular Hawkery Shrine, where a lone figure could be seen. The figure cast its gaze all around it, then eventually called out to the still air. I know you are there. Would you please come out? I do not have the time to play hide and seek with you, I'm afraid. I suppose I should have hit myself a little better. The voice seemed to come from nowhere, but it was quickly accompanied by a crack in the space around Eiki, and a purple-colored figure emerged in front of her eyes. Good evening, how do you do? That does not sound pleasant coming from you. That's awfully mean to say, don't you think? Shall we move on to the main topic? Yukari wore a mischievous smile, but the atmosphere was clearly different from the mask she wore. However, Eiki remained unperturbed, staring straight at her with a firm expression. Such a direct, unswaying, and pure gaze you have, certainly one befitting of a Yama. Yet even that is not enough to fully understand you. No matter how direct my gaze is, it eventually becomes swallowed up by a gap and never reaches you. The boundary of the heart can't be crossed so easily, I'm afraid. Speaking of which, have you managed to cross the boundary of the girl's heart? If such a boundary that could be overcome existed, I suspect it would be for the better. Ah, just as I thought. She looked up to the heavens with a sigh upon hearing her expectations had been met. She had an air of disappointment, but she did not seem even the slightest bit discouraged. I was honestly quite surprised to receive your letter. Your fears are not unfounded indeed. However, I did not expect you to worry about it to such an extent. I would do anything for my cute little girl. So, that is your reason for this massive undertaking? That would be half of it. The other half, well, it's good to have some fun every now and then, don't you think? Very well. It certainly has not gone according to your scheme, though. That girl's blood ensures that she shall resolve incidents and protect the barrier. Thus, she must be moderate and not let outside influences affect her. So to be safe, she must make sure that her heart is never swayed. But I believe she's taking that meaning of that too far. She may look normal when communicating with several types of humans and yokai, but she never opens her heart to any of them. Family, lovers, friends, the people one meets in life. Not realizing the vast amount of power she draws from them is terribly sinful. At this rate, she may no longer fall under my jurisdiction once her life is at the end. So I would like to correct her before that happens, but... this is quite a bother. Half the reason I thought this game would be meaningless at this rate. Perhaps I need to show her a bit of pain. I would not accept any needlessly violent acts. Of course, but if we leave the situation as it is, she may stay alone always. Being strong enough to do anything alone is perhaps the worst possible sorrow. I have one question. Why are you so relentless in your support of her? Well, I've been doing it for countless generations. As she spoke, Yukari's gaze seemed to wander beyond Eiki and into the distance beyond. Just as she was about to continue, sound started to emanate from within the shrine. It seems it's about time for me to withdraw. I shall see you again. Farewell. She stretched her arms out to the sky, and the sky opened similar to how she entered. Her figure quickly vanished into the gap. The one who created the sound appeared just as the gap was disappearing. You were so loud with all your suspicious talking just now. Good evening. Were you woken up? It's not even evening anymore. Jeez. Why were you and Yukari talking so secretively about anyway? Saw her going off just now, and after all. When you have lived for a long time, you find all sorts of topics to converse about. Well, whatever. I can't sleep with all the noise you two made, though, so keep it quiet, please. That will not be a problem. I was about to leave myself. You do not care to know what we were talking about, I take it? I'm not particularly interested, and besides, even if I asked, you wouldn't tell me anyway, right? I suppose that is true. I shall be leaving then. Good night. Weirdo. Eiki turned around and flew into the sky of darkness. The day where the wishes of her and Yukari were to be granted seemed very far away.